Bernie Haney here tonight from Lake Ontario out of Henderson Harbor. I've got the new TFO BBC7116-1. It's a 7-foot 11-inch rod. Magnum heavy's the action on it, and it's rated for 12 to 30 pound test and 1 to 6 ounce lures. Tonight I'm going to be throwing a Yum Flash Mob Junior loaded with Kitech Fat Impact swim baits. One 3.8, the rest are one 3.3, and the rest are 3.8s in Tennessee shad, white flash, and the silver flash. I've got it matched up with a Bass Pro Shop reel, Carbon Light reel, and 17-pound Bass Pro Shop XL mono line. So we're going to go out here in Lake Ontario and see if we can catch a few fish on. I'm looking to catch some walleye and maybe a few smallmouth, and kind of show you the casting ability of this rod. I used it the other night and did really well with it. The reason I like it so much is this super long handle makes it very, very easy to do two-handed casts and really lob these umbrella rigs out there without getting real fatigued over a day's worth of fishing. So let's go put this thing into action and see what we can do, and I'll kind of show you the capabilities of this rod in a few minutes. Let's see what happens. There's one right there. So it took us about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so to get hooked up. We'll see what we got. Can't really tell right now. I think it's probably a smallmouth. It doesn't feel like a heavy walleye. Yeah, smallmouth. Not a bad one. Now, what I can tell you with these Kitechs is sometimes you want to let that fish play itself out, because if you bring it in too hard and too fast, it'll flop around and saw the tails of your Kitech baits off, and then you've got to reload all the baits. This one might have us twisted up pretty good. We'll see what we get here. Yeah, he's not that big. He's a pretty good one though. But as I was describing to you, see how he twisted the baits up, the arm of the baits up? Now, some people swear the umbrella rig's a magic rig. It's bulletproof. It'll catch everything it swims. It's just a nice solid 3-pound smallmouth. Nice fish to start the trip though, and we'll see if we can get a few more. All right, so that fish we just released, it ate one of the baits off. So what I'm using is a Kitech 3.8 Tennessee shad and bluegill flash. Come individually wrapped. They stay nice and straight. Good deal. On the Yum Money Minnow head, just simply thread it on. Keep it as straight as you can. And push up nice and even on the head, and it locks it down pretty good. So this is the presentation. Each time you catch a fish, you got to bend these wire arms back into position. And in my estimation, these rigs, they cost between $11 and $13 depending on where you buy them. And they're good for probably, of big fish, say 4.5 to 6 pound smallies, probably 10 to 15 fish, and you're going to want to change your rig, because each time you bend the wire arm out, you loosen it a little bit. It makes it a little bit weaker and weaker. But for a $11 to $13 rig, depending on where you buy them, if you can catch 15 to 20 fish a day on it, it's worth it to me. So let's see if we can get another one. Oh, he came off. Oh, son of a gun. Excited. He came unbuttoned on us. Team. Casted it, casted it, casted it. And he came unbuttoned. Oh, that seldom ever happens. Alright, well, let's try it again. Man, it's big walleye. Oh no, it's no good. Look, cheap. Not cheap. You don't catch a fish on every cast. But you catch them sometimes. Like right now we're hooked up. It's kind of nice. I'm thinking it might be a walleye, because it's not looking like a bass. Probably a pretty good one, and it is. What's a really nice one, good keeper size for sure. All right, so during low light, Lake Ontario, get those walleye on the umbrella rig. Very nice. Kind of gives you an idea of what I've been doing out here. I got onto this bite probably, I don't know, I'd say, well, at least 4 years ago. and I've been enjoying it ever since. A lot of the walleye guys just, I don't know why they won't do it, but you can see that. My goodness, what a wonderful fish that is. How's that? Look at that bad boy. That's the kind of walleye you're going to catch in Lake Ontario on the umbrella rig, and I'm fishing it on this TFO 7-foot 11-inch Magnum rod, like we talked about. The BBC7116-1. So I'm telling you right now, umbrella rig fishing, Lake Ontario, it's phenomenal, a lot of fun. And let's see if we can catch another one. Get this out of the net and get it re-rigged. We'll change the location. We'll line back up and make another drift out here and see what we can find. 7:41. The sun's trying to break through, but it's time for the sun to go down. So sundown's probably going to be about 8:15 today. So I've probably got about 30 minutes of fishing time left. But it is fun for sure. And as you can see from the night, what I've been doing, it's nothing real technical. Take your flash mouth junior, rig it up, put it on a decent rod, throw it out there with some Kitex on it, and start chunking and winding. I won't say it's no-brainer fishing. You have to kind of understand where the fish migrate to and the feeding lanes they use in association to all these little islands and shoals out here in Henderson Bay. But once you figure that out, it can be a whole lot of fun, and you can catch some pretty decent fish as you've seen earlier. So we got one nice smallmouth. I lost a smallmouth, had a big walleye on, he got off on a hook set, and then I caught that nice walleye. So let's see if we can get one or two more before it's time to call it a day. There we go, one more for the night. Ask and you shall receive. Team, we are hooked up again. That's a pretty good one. I gotta believe that's another walleye. We're probably about 25 yards in front of the waypoint I put down when I hooked the last one. Yeah, another walleye. Wow. Good stuff. Get him in the net, put him back. Come on, fish. Come on up here, you big beast. This one's a little bit bigger than the last one. It's actually a pretty nice fish. Kind of freaking me out how nice it is. It's a really big one. Let me give him that. Okay. Probably a bookend to the last one, actually, now that I say that. But yeah. So anywho, if you like catching smallmouth bass, largemouth bass, northern pike and pickerel and walleye, then again, Lake Ontario walleye, Kitex baits. What can I say? It's what a beautiful fish. Unbelievable. So get your Flash Mob Junior loaded up with some of these Kitex 3.8 fat impacts and get busy. We came out here for just, I think I'm right at 2 hours right now. I got here about 6:30, and it's 5 after 8, so it's not quite 2 hours, but one nice smallmouth on, another smallmouth off, a chunky walleye hit and let go, and then we caught 2 Waldos. And we'll come back and like shoot again a little bit later on when the sun's out and we can really get those smallmouth fired up on this rig. But hopefully you got an idea of how easily this 7-foot 11-inch TFO rod casts the umbrella rig, as well as the not only the tracting but the calling, attracting, and triggering qualities of these Kitech swim baits. In my opinion, they're second to none. I've caught so many fish on them in the last 6 years. It's just, it's scary. I mean, they're just really nice baits. So there you have it, Lake Ontario, east end of Bass Island, right over there, Sackett's Harbor. And what can I say? I can't get you any better than this. 76-degree water, 6.4 to 1 gear ratio reel, 17-pound test line. The only thing I didn't do is put you in the boat and cast the rod for you. So hey, just teasing. But really, get out here and enjoy this fisheries. It's a great fisheries. You got to come visit us. If you do, give me a call.